My name's Dan, this is Cora, and we're here today to continue our top 70. Well, not our top, I keep saying our top 70.
It's my top 70.
It's Cora's top 70 of all time. And so...
top 70 board games.
Yeah, top 70 board games. Not top 70 Pokemon or different types of cheeses. That's for a different day. So this is Cora's top 70 board games of all time, and now we're into the 50s. We're doing 50 to 41. So, without further ado, let's get on with the list. So, Cora, what's number 50?
Number 50 is Wizardry to the Power of 3.
Wizardry to the Power of 3. And what is it? What's the game about, Cora?
Wizards. 3 wizards. And it's sort of a memory game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where you flip over the tiles, you've got to remember them.
Yeah. It's a cooperative game.
Yeah.
Where you're working together to try and get to a castle. And escape a ghost. And in order to move, you've got to... For every square you move, you've got to remember what is under a different tile, don't you, basically? And as this is a cooperative game, and as it's a memory game, the reason I like this game, and I think the reason Cora likes this game, is because children generally have the upper hand in this one. So instead of a grown-up alpha gaming a cooperative game, you're in charge, aren't you? Because I've got no idea where any of these things are.
And I'm glad you're allowed to tell people, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you'd be...
That's it, yeah. So you roll a spider web, and you've got to find a spider web under all these tiles, and I'm like, oh.
I always remember. And then I was like, it's over there.
It's that one, Dad. You go. So Wizardry to Power 3 is a great little cooperative game, and we played a giant version of this, didn't we, at the UK Games Expo, which was pretty awesome as well. So that was number 50. Okay, so what's number 49?
Number 49 is blank. We still need to add a board game for it.
Very good, very good. It's called Blank. It's called Blank. And what do you do in Blank?
In Blank, you take it's a card game, isn't it? And the cards instruct you to do different things, don't they? And if you win a game of this Blank, then you get to write on your own card. Yeah, so you get to add rules to the own game. So it's a fairly basic kind of normal card game, you know, a kind of almost like Flux, you know, when this comes out you do this, all that kind of stuff. But when you win, as you said, I'm just repeating what you're saying now, but when you win, you fill in the card. So you would get to add rules. So you could add a rule saying, if your name is Cora, you get another go. And you know, you can kind of develop it however you want. So you can make it quite a deep, in-depth game if that's the way you want, or you can make it a very silly game if it's like stand on one leg and sing the national anthem. You could put if you draw this card, anything you want. It's really, really clever and really, really good, and we like it a lot. So okay, so that's number 49, Blank. Okay, so what's number 48? Number 48 is Pika Mouse.
What do you do in Pika Mouse?
Well, it's a board game where the box is part of it, and you like those board games.
I really like. Well, I think we said before, but I really like it when you incorporate the box within the game. So what do you do in Pika Mouse?
Well, you look through these tiny windows, and there's these little wooden discs in them, and you got to shuffle them about. Then you place the torch in it.
Yeah.
Then you look in the window, and you have to memorise what disc is in which rooms. And then you have to answer questions about what disc was in which rooms.
So it's another memory game. But again, it's
this is my list, not yours. That's why it's memory games, isn't it?
But again, it's a cooperative game, so you get to help me out on this one. So
but sometimes we like to do it like you get half the house, I get half the house. So I can't help you. Sometimes I can say it wasn't in yours because it was in mine.
A bit of process deduction. So it's a memory game, but it's got a lovely little bit where it's got that toy factor where you're stuffing in the discs into this top of this house, and then you're peeking through and things like that. It's really...
And you can only peek for 30 seconds.
Yeah, you can only peek for 30 seconds. So, another great game. Pika Mouse. Okay. As always with these top 100s, top 70s.
Yeah.
Well, there's a good example for you. We're getting mixed up with the numbers. And I'd written it down wrong. So we're pretty sure this is 46. 46. Let's pretend that conversation never happened. What's your number 46, Cora?
Number 46 is Speed Colours.
Speed Colours. What do you do in Speed Colours?
It's another speed game and it's another memory game.
You're right, yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah.
Both.
Yeah, both are speed game. And what are you doing in it?
Well, you have these cards, sort of like that one, and that one, if you can see
Yep.
it. You can see that one the most, I think.
Yep.
And you have to memorise what colours the different parts are. Then when you flip it over, you colour it in what the different
so this is one of the only games I've ever come across where colouring in is part of it. And that surprised me because a lot of kids like colouring in, don't they?
And there's a few games with drawing in it, but not that many. But this one has like colouring
in, yeah. So you're colouring on dry erase cards, basically. You've got to remember what colour the picture
I
is.
always go like and then I remember it.
You remember what colour the picture is on one side, you flip it over, and then try and match that colouring in on the other side, basically. Lovely game, gone down great at the Kids Board Game Club. A lot of kids I know like this. Speed Colours is absolutely fantastic. That was our number 46, possibly.
Possibly.
So, number 45.
Number 45 is King Domino.
King Domino. Now, this is, we're going from kind of children's games into family games, which is a journey you've been taking recently. So you don't have to give all the rules, but what is King Domino and how do you like it?
Well, you make your own kingdom.
Yeah.
Kingdom.
Yeah. Kingdom out of dominoes.
Kind of domino.
Well, that's King Domino. I'm not making that up. That's right.
I know they're not the dominoes with the numbers on them.
No, they're not the dominoes with the numbers on them.
But anyway, you're making your own kingdom and you have to push together these dominoes.
Yeah.
And they have to be at least one side of the domino has to be touching another sort of biome.
Yeah, kind of a biome. That's a good word. Yeah. One kind of environment. And so you're matching up different kind of environments and scoring points off those and things like that. It's a drafting game as well, isn't it? Because you're drafting these dominoes. So why do you like it?
Well, I just like the part where you're making your own kingdom and you can make it perfect square if you want, or like you always do, you can make it so there's two squares that are left.
How rude! That's not deliberate, no.
But you can make it so it's all like connected.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes it ends up so there's two squares left. So it does fit in because the two squares would make a domino.
So you like the fact you're building a kind of thing in front of you.
Your
own kingdom, yeah. No, so you've got that satisfaction, hasn't it, of being able to build something and be pleased with what you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, King Domino, great game. Okay, Cora. What's your next one? Number 44.
It's Feelinks.
Now, this is a game that we haven't played for a little while, is it?
But I still remember just really enjoying it.
Yeah, and you're really keen for it to go on the list because you remember really, really enjoying it, but you weren't quite exactly sure how to describe it. So I'll go. It's a bit like Dixit, which is a game where you're kind of interpreting things
and trying to. I was going to say trying to think how other people would think, but...
That is exactly right. Trying to think how other people will think. That's basically the core of Dixit. It's also the core of Feelinks, but instead of interpreting pictures, how other people would interpret pictures, you're interpreting... Feelings, that's it. So you're interpreting how somebody would react in a certain situation. Yeah. So say your mum has just told you to go to bed without any dinner, okay? Would you be feeling sad? Would you be feeling angry? Would you be feeling guilty? And all that kind of stuff. And then, so one person chooses, I think, and I can't quite remember. Anyway, it's that kind of mechanic, and you got to try and work out what other people in the game would be feeling in those situations. Because some people might be feeling angry, and some people might be feeling sad in those situations and things like that. So you played it. You played it as a family, didn't you? You always enjoy playing it as a family, and definitely. You had a great time. And this one's going to be reprinted soon as well. So I think it's relatively hard to get hold of now, but it's being reprinted, and it's a great one for kind of exploring emotional intelligence, and things like that. So Felix is great. We really like it, and it's a really good one for learning about emotions and learning about your child's emotions as well, and how they would, and having those discussions. It's a really solid game that we really need to get out again soon. Okay, number 43 we've worked out. What's your number 43?
Number 43 is Quizzoo.
Quizzoo! And what is Quizzoo?
Well, it's sort of a game where you have to know a lot about animals. Not a lot, but you have to be guessing things about animals. It's quiz about animals.
Yeah,
that's
zoo.
The zoo part.
Nice.
Quizzoo. and you sort of have to... If you turn over a car and it says, like, a clock, I think that means speed. Yeah. That means speed, and you have to guess which animal is faster.
So you get a range of animals on a card,
yeah, about
don't you?
4 or 5.
4 or 5 animals on a card. Like, there might be a bear and a kangaroo and a shark and things like that.
Yeah.
And then another card will tell you have to find out you have to say which one's the longest, or which one's the fastest, or which one lives the longest, or which one's the slowest, or all that kind of stuff, really. And then you've got to identify on the card which one it is, and you've got the answers in it.
And you can also play it as a solo game just by trying to see if you get it right.
Yeah. It's a really you really like this, don't you? It's one of your. You might even call it in your top 50. I was going to say it's one of your favourite games. It's like, of course, it's one of your favourite games because it's here. But yeah, so yeah, Quizzoo. It's a nice, solid little trivia game, and it's good.
Yeah.
Okay, Cora, what's your number 42?
Number 42 is the Endless River, the river game, all that.
The Unschuldig Fluss. We're not sure how to pronounce it. The Endless River, it says down there, look.
Oh, we didn't know. We didn't realise.
The Endless River. Now, the Endless River is a rubbish game that no one should play, and
I'm really good at it, and he's really bad at it.
I can't work it out at all. I cannot work that game out at all.
All you have to do is just, if you want to go forward, you move it forward. That's what you do.
That doesn't make any... Anyway.
How does that not make any sense? That makes complete sense.
It doesn't feel like it makes sense. Explain to the people what you do in Endless River.
Well, you don't really have a colour character. You don't have your own character, do you? But then there's this board, and it has like marbles. And then you move it about to move the characters on the river.
So the marbles move around, and then that causes the marbles. They poke through at the bottom and they poke through at the top, don't they? So you move the board around the table, and the marbles will then move the pieces around on top of the board.
Yeah. And when you get the
apparently, if you move it forward, it goes forward. But it doesn't. It's that sounds like it's intuitive, but honestly, it's so counterintuitive. And most...
It's not that hard.
It's impossible.
I always win at this game.
You always win at this game. And
the only time he gets points is if I accidentally go through his guy.
Yeah. So you got to move these characters around on the thing and get them to certain points.
And as you can see, if it says red frog, then you got to get the red next to the frog.
Yeah.
And if you go through somebody else's, then they can say stop or something. Yeah. And then
they will score the point.
As well.
Yeah. So you're always watching to see if someone else is going to accidentally move a piece that you want to go to a certain point past that point, and that's where the game is. But I have never played the game because all I do is go like this. No. No.
You said. And I just go, whenever I do it, I always try to look as cool as possible. I just go, I always just...
Just to annoy me?
Yeah, I just go, and then you go...
Yeah, so the Endless River is rubbish. I don't recommend it at all.
I do.
Okay. Number...
41. It's not that hard. It's at the start of every single board game. I can't remember.
I'm not good at memory games. She's rude.
It's 5 minutes ago.
Okay. Okay, Cora, what's your number 41?
Number 41 is... Wait.
Ah, you see?
I didn't look.
Temple Rush. Okay, Cora, what's your number 41?
My number 41 is Temple Rush.
Temple Rush. This is a new game to us. We've only just recently got this one. What has made this game... Well, what is the game and what's made it so good for you?
Lego.
Yeah, Lego, that's fair enough. Yeah.
You get...
Stop there, it's fine, that'll do. No, go on. Sorry.
You get a card, and then you have to make that card with Lego.
Yeah.
But you roll a dice to see what Lego pieces you can use.
Yeah, that's basically it, really. There's a few bits and bobs on top of it, but you're rolling dice, you're collecting Lego pieces, and then using those Lego pieces to make...
it's quite a simple game, but it's quite a fun game as well.
Yeah. And you're also... Other people are trying to make the same cards as you, so it's a bit of a race to see who can make this. I'm not convinced it's got anything to do with temples. The things you're meant to be making are meant to be temples, but they look more like ducks and people on their hands.
One of them looks like a dinosaur. It has the thing there.
I suppose you could have a temple of a dinosaur. I don't know, but yeah, this is a kind of Lego game, but it's not an official Lego game. But you do get some.
Not Lego. Can't say it's Lego.
What? No, you're not allowed to say it's Lego, but it is Lego. Yeah. So that was number 41. Lego. And that's the end of this list. So
not the list.
Not the whole list. This bit of the list. So thank you very much for watching. We're going to go from number 30 to number 31 next. That's right, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so thank you very much for watching. And catch you next time. Bye-bye.